Hello, 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 sweet friends. It's Meg here with you today. So I had a client this morning, and I took him through a process to help him get to his next level. And I want to do that with you right now, just as a free offering. So anytime we're about to do something different in our lives, you have to remember your ego is designed to keep you living in the same little box. Your ego doesn't want you to change. Your ego isn't a bad thing. Your ego is literally here to protect you, keep you alive, keep you from walking out in front of a bus, as an example. It gets a really bad rap, and that's only because nobody has taught you how to speak to that part of yourself. You are not your ego. You are not your thoughts. You are not your body. You are not your emotions. You are the consciousness. You are the divine spark. You are the spirit living and dwelling within all of that, right? That's the truth of who you are, what you are. So when you get that, and I know that's a big thing to wrap your head around when you've grown up in a very maybe religious nature, right? I work with a lot of recovering Christians and recovering Catholics, and you know they've been taught to stay in this box and to do these things. This is right, this is wrong. If you do this, you go here. If you do this, you go there. And it's just like, no, that's not how it works. Okay, and we can talk about that in a different video. But today, it's just honoring that when you finally get the clarity around what you want. So I deal with fear in my private sessions with people every day. It's your fears, it's your ideas, it's your internal story that you've made up in your head about what you think will happen if you do something, right? So for this client of mine this morning, you know, the fear that came up for them was really, and we take the layers off the fear, right? So first things first, let's do this. Close your eyes for a minute. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in. And just relax, letting that breath come out. Putting your hand on your heart just helps center you. Breathing in through your nose, doing that again. And breathing out through your mouth. 2 more times, breathing in, breathing out. Relaxing your body, slowing down, breathing in. And breathing out, telling all of yourself to come into your heart, bringing your full awareness, your full attention, your intention into your body. Letting your shoulders relax, just increasing the space between your ears and your shoulders. And just fully pulling yourself out from behind your eyes and just dropping down into the center of your heart. And from this place in your heart, just breathing in, breathing out. I want you to imagine for a moment that you are sitting in the chamber of your heart, and you can feel the blood rushing by, and you can see the different chambers of your heart pumping, and you're just noticing, oh, here I am right in the center of this beautiful organ that takes care of me all day long. And I don't have to do anything. It just supports me. It just cares for me. And I want you to feel the love just from this one organ in your body, just for you. Breathing in, releasing out. And from the middle of your heart, just noticing a beautiful, soft blue light. And as that light becomes brighter and brighter and brighter, that light starts to move and shine out all around and through your body. This star of this light starts to expand out, moving up and down your body, just encapsulating you in a beautiful blue sphere ball of light. And as we're here in the center of our hearts, I want you to ask yourself, what do I really, really want in my life? And your mind will try to show up. Your mind will try to tell you. Your mind will try to trick you. Just allow your mind to pass through like a cloud in the sky. You're only speaking with your heart, asking your heart, connecting with your true guidance system. And maybe saying to your heart, I'm sorry I haven't visited you in quite some time, but I am here and I'm hurting and I'm scared and I don't know what to do. So I'm going to breathe and I'm going to be here with myself because it is safe to feel what I need to feel. And it is safe for me to get the inner guidance, the answers, so that I know what to do next. Because as spirit informed, there are things for us to do here. We have to be courageous enough to take action. And the things we are guided to take action for will not be easy for us. And that's exactly how your soul intended it to be for this journey and this incarnation here right now. So breathing in, releasing out. If I wasn't worried about what anybody thought, if I wasn't worried about making somebody upset, if there was nothing to be afraid of, what would I be doing with my life? Show me, guide me, lead me. Let your heart show you. What do you really want? What really does bring you joy? Not what you think you can have, not what you think somebody else has told you you can do, but what do you really want to be, to do, to experience? Your heart guides you with that clarity. Breathing in and breathing out. Let an image, an idea, a feeling, maybe even a memory of when you were young, come to the forefront of your mind. Show you the image, the feeling, the place, the thing. And grab a piece of paper, grab your journal, and write that down. Because once you know what you want, this is what I really want. I want to be rid of debt. I want to live in nature. I want to be able to walk down to the water every day and just watch the sun sparkle on the water. I want to see my kids healthy and happy and running around outside. I want to grow my own food. I don't even know how to grow my own food, maybe you're saying to yourself. And your mind, well, your limited mind, your ego mind, this protector part of you, this very old part of your brain will say, no, 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 don't think outside the box. F that stuff. Think outside the box. Go big. What do I really want? If money wasn't an issue, time wasn't an issue, what do I want? This is where you start. And this is a fearful place to even get clear around what you want. You've been afraid to give voice to what you want because it is different than what you have. Breathing in. Releasing out. I am safe. And just repeating this to yourself, I am safe. I am safe to ask for what I want. I am safe to want something different than what I have. I am safe to get clear about what are my desires. What do I want? Why did I come here? What is this life really for? Because your life, those desires and dreams that live, they live here. And just imagining and breathing in that beautiful, warm, blue, nourishing, nurturing, safe, protective light. And just envisioning yourself just wrapped up in a beautiful ball or sphere of light. And maybe your blue has changed colors, and that's okay. I am safe here. I am safe in this body. I am safe to have desires and needs and wants, and to meet those desires and needs and wants. I am safe to listen to my heart. I am safe to not know how it's all going to work out. I am safe to let go of the responsibility of trying to make sure everybody else is happy. Breathe that in and breathe that out. So many of you empathic, light workers, star seeds, sensitive souls, people pleasers, do-gooders have been, born into a lineage, and you are the breaker of that spell, so to speak, that old belief that says I have to put everybody ahead of me and my needs don't matter and I'll just take care of me at the end of the day. No. What you came here to do, the mission that you have in this lifetime, will require you to put yourself first, will require you to fill up your cup first. And let me tell you, there is more than enough for everyone, right? From abundance, she scooped abundance and more abundance remained. There is more than enough. And it is safe for you to acknowledge your needs, acknowledge your wants, ask for what you want, get clear about what you want, breathe that in. So maybe you're journaling. Maybe you have this stream of consciousness flowing through you and you're just writing, I want this. I really would love that. If time wasn't an issue, money wasn't an issue, if I allowed myself to really feel into what do I truly want? Oh, I see myself with chickens. Great. You may never have thought that thought before. That's fine. That's okay. There is no judgment. There is no censorship for this exercise. It is fully expanding you. If I wasn't afraid, what would I do? If I wasn't afraid of losing that person's love, that person's acceptance, that person's validation, what would I be doing with my life now? If I wasn't afraid, I would be. That's a great place to spend some time journaling and getting really real, really raw, really honest with yourself, because what we're moving into right now is you need to be very honest with yourself about what you want, what's working, what's feeling good, what's not working, what's not feeling good. And as you paint this picture, as you get this imagery, as you get the downloads and the symbols and the senses and the feelings, that's the vision you then take action to move yourself towards. So I've had a lot of people private message me, email me, write to me saying, I need to leave the city. I don't want to live here anymore. I want to buy a piece of land. I want to live in a tiny home. I want to create a homestead. I want to get into permaculture. I want to get into flower essences. I want to grow my own food. I want to harvest my own food. I want to be able to live closer to the land and live with the land, not live off of the land, live with the land, in unison with, cooperation with, right? Sustainably with the land. But they've never done that before. That's okay. But it's it's the vision emerging through your heart, that before your mind starts, dive bombing your heart with you can't, and who do you think you are, and what will they think, and you don't have this, and blah, blah, blah bullshit. It's just recycled bullshit. Just leave it in the clouds. Let the clouds move through the sky. Just stay here with me. Once you get that vision and go back and rewind this, listen to this again, ask the questions again, ask the questions 100 times today, tonight, tomorrow, the next day. Allow yourself to open up and dream, because the first fear that you have to get through is this fear of even wanting to get clear, wanting to have clarity, because what will so-and-so think? Well, what will they say? The ego, the false you, the little you, small self you, will try to keep you here, You're not designed to stay here. Your spirit, your soul, your essence in form, you're designed to live way out here. And the channel of this body, when you take care of this body, when you listen to this body, this heart, this beating heart that supports you every day, loves you every day, shows up for you every day, never asks you for a damn thing. When you start living from a place of gratitude, when you start going, oh, does that nourish my body or not? Because if it doesn't, I probably don't want to have it in here. And I'm talking about food, water, people, ideas, thoughts, news, radios, all of it, frequencies in the environment, right? No wonder you're being called to move to the country. No wonder you're being called to live with the land. No wonder you're being called. It's a calling. It's not something you're making up from your mind. It's an emerging, it's a calling, right? People have gotten caught up in this just using this whole law of attraction idea. You're not attracting anything. It's emerging from you. We call this your higher self, your next level self. And it's not just up to you. And this is where the spiritual side is so important right now. And when moms call me and write to me and say, hey, can you talk to my kid? Hey, I'm having trouble with my kid. I think, they're having mental health issues. They're having these emotional issues. It's like, well, are they connected to spirit? Do you have any type of spiritual practice in your home? Are you teaching them that they are more than their thoughts, their feelings, their body? Like, that's the first place I go, because me talking to your kid, unless there's support and follow-up in the home, it's not going to make that much of a difference for them. Are you reminding your kid how unique and special they are? Are you reminding your kids that no matter what happens, you guys are going to be good? Are you including your kids in your decision making? Are you acting as a family? Are you coming from a place of faith and belief and trust? And hey, this chapter of our lives looks like that's coming to an end. I wonder what's over here. Are you curious about what's next? Or are you just so stuck in fear, disbelief, anxiousness, anxiety, anger, all the A's, all the all the things that you're just like missing this beautiful opportunity open up for you? Share this with your kids. Your kids, honestly, the kids on the planet right now came here to save us. P.S. These crystalline children, our evolution, my where we are right now, 30s, 40s, like even, 20s, we're indigo adults, right? We were indigo kids. Now we're indigo adults. Now there's crystal kids growing up to be crystal adults. They know what they're here to do. Ask them. Allow them to be unique. Make time to talk to your kids. Make time to plan with your kids. I bet you they'd love to learn how to garden. I bet you they would love to learn how to do some of the things you've just pulled out of yourself now that you're not living in this little box. And your job every day is to pull yourself out of that box and then take the appropriate action, get curious, move through the fear, because here's how it works. This is the life you've known. As soon as you start doing anything that gets close to the edge, fear is going to show up. And this friend, this beautiful friend called fear, all fear ever does is says, hey, you're right at the edge of the life you've known. If you go out here and start researching homesteading, if you call somebody about purchasing some land, if you all of a sudden start eating differently, well, I'm just letting you know, I don't know what's going to happen out there. That's all fear does. Fear says, hey, you're right at the edge. I'm just letting you know because I care for you. Fear, the acronym that I use in my practice for my clients is face everything and rise. FEAR. Face everything and rise. FEAR. So face it. Here it is. I'm feeling the fear. This doesn't feel good. That's okay. I'm not my feelings, but it's a guidance. It's a language for me to say, oh, okay, I'm at the edge. Okay, cool. But I'm going to do the thing anyways. Here I go. And you walk with your fear, because just like an elastic, the more you go outside, the more your comfort zone, the life you've known, it stretches and it stretches and it stretches. And just like we know, an elastic never goes back to its original size once you've stretched it and stretched it and stretched it. So every time you get out of your comfort zone, the life you've known, and you make the call, you do the research, you start the business, you inquire, you go for a run, you go for a walk instead of sitting on the couch, anything different than what you normally do, you're going to get to your edge. You're going to feel uncomfortable. Know that it's not going to be there. It's going to be there every time until you've done it enough times that it just goes, oh yeah, we got it now. We're stretched out. No big deal. Okay. And now that next level of your life, that's your new comfort level, right? That's the new life that you've known. And so you will expand that again and again and again and again, because that's what you came here to do. You are not your title. You are not your belongings. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions, feelings, body. You are not any of those things, right? So you have to honor that you have those things. You get to use those things. You get to experience all of these things. And that's what your soul came here to do. And when you want to connect into the wisdom of your soul, you do that here. You don't do it up here in the craziness of ideas and thoughts. You do it here in the grounded, calm, centered, I am whole, I am enough, all is well energy. What did I come here for? Help me remember. What is it that brings me joy? What is it that lights me up? If I didn't believe half the shit that I believe right now, what would I be doing with my life? Right? We call this visioning, we call it dreaming, and call it whatever you want. But allow your imagination to show you, to guide you, because you, the next level you, isn't out there anywhere. It's in here. And you have to allow that next level you to emerge out. And the first fear we get you over, the first one, there are many, but the first one is just this fear of clarity. I don't really want to know because it means I might have to do things differently. That's okay. Let that part of your mind go take a nap while you do this work. Okay, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear some of the things that you got downloaded, some of the images that you got. And once you've done this piece, then I'm happy to take you through the next one and the next one and the next one, so that you build the confidence to keep going for the thing that you know you're here to do and have and be and explore and become and all the things, okay? So from my heart to your heart, wishing you much love until we meet again. You guys are amazing. Bye for now.